Hello everyone and welcome back to my Pokemon analysis series, the one where I take the Pokemon cartoon one episode at a time and I invite you to close your eyes, lay back and listen to me rambling about Pokemon. And today's episode, Challenge of the Samurai. So, quick disclaimer, this is intended as an audio experience. There will be no footage from the actual show. And that is about it. Also, I am thinking of adding English language dialogue for what I imagine the Pokemon are saying, as this does contain improvised dialogue, so I will also be including that for the Pokemon in future videos. Anyway, so this episode opens with like a recap of the last few episodes, which they did quite a lot at the start of season 1. I'm on season 2 at the moment and they don't seem to do that as much. But anyway, the interesting thing is, like the title card, Ash said, "And now challenges the samurai," which is a bit weird, I think. Anyway, this episode starts with a joke that is intended for Japanese audiences, but they somehow managed to translate it into English. And yeah, so it might have gone over a lot of people's heads. So let's just explain what happened. So the episode starts with Misty screaming, then she saw a bug. In case you don't know from the previous episode, Misty does not like bugs. And then Ash shows up in a cow outfit. I don't even know how he got a cow outfit. And they're just like, oh, maybe it's a Caterpie. But apparently that joke is in there because the words for bug and cow sound similar in Japan. So, yeah, anyway, let's get on with what it is. It turns out that what Misty saw was a Weedle, which had a stinger, which Ash finds very exciting, and Misty is just like, what on earth is the deal with a bug with a stinger? Which, yeah, I get Misty on that one. Bugs with stingers are ridiculous. I remember when I was about 4, we were on holiday in Wales, and there was a bug with a stinger in the awning, and a bug with a stinger, oh my god. Do you see what Pokemon's doing to me? There was a wasp in the awning, and I stood on it, and it hurt. Obviously it hurt. And so they had to put like this liquid banana stuff on my feet. But I didn't know this, but apparently just before I stood on the wasp, my friend's sister also stood on the wasp. Anyway, that's irrelevant to the story. Get on with what's going on in Pokemon. So, Ash is battling Weedle, trying to catch it. He's learning. That's good. So, Misty's wanting him to catch it this time, which is weird because she doesn't like when he caught Caterpie. Anyway. So, anyway, then the samurai guy from the title shows up, and he asks Misty, do you know any trainers from Pallet Town? She's like, I'm not a trainer from Pallet Town. Then she's like, oh wait, that's Ash, after the guy left. So she goes to warn Ash. She thinks this guy's like linked to Team Rocket or some sort of criminal or something. So she goes to warn him. He distracts him from the battle with Weedle, even though Ash says he's busy. So the samurai pulled out a sword. And then challenges him to a match. And then Ash is like, oh yeah, I'll just catch Weedle first. And then he went to catch Weedle. Weedle's left. And basically Ash said to the samurai, hey, if you wouldn't have distracted me, I would have actually been able to catch it. And the guy's response, I think, is... I actually agree with that, because the samurai's response is, oh no, it's your lack of skill that caused it. When he was close to actually catching it, he was literally just about to catch it and then got distracted. Anyway, so they...
Not pause recording.
So, Ash called out Pidgeotto again, straight after having it battle Weedle. And the guy basically is like pretty mean to Ash. He's like, oh, you're a beginner because you used a tired Pokemon, which he doesn't really have a lot of options because Pikachu was sleeping up until now. And Pidgeotto is a pretty strong Pokemon compared to Metapod. So, of course he's going to choose Pidgeotto. Anyway, so the guy chooses Pinsir and they battle for a bit. And then Pidgeotto's knocked out pretty much straight away. So Ash returns Pidgeotto. And by the way, I was watching Pokemon Shipwreck, and I only just realised watching that episode that the Pokeball makes a beeping sound when it returns a Pokemon. So anyway, Ash called out Metapod, and the guy's response is, oh, Pinsir will crush your Metapod in half. So Misty tells Ash to return Metapod because that's animal cruelty. Well, Pokemon cruelty. So, yeah, what basically happens is Ash does not return Metapod. He tells it to harden, which defeats Pinsir somehow. So then the samurai called out his own Metapod. Yeah, Metapod versus Metapod is basically just telling them to get harder, which sounds like a weird thing, but get your mind out of the gutter. It's not a weird thing. It's what Metapod does. So while this is going on, Misty and Pikachu are sunbathing, and then it turned out that the Weedle had like gone and told a bunch of Beedrill that they have attacked it and stuff. So they start chasing after them. Metapod runs off in fear again, while Ash is trying to return it. And they are basically just running away from Beedrill. Then they come across some Kakuna, which, what is the point in Kakuna? Like, at least Metapod had, like, the whole harden thing. Kakuna doesn't do anything according to the Pokedex. Although, I like how the Pokedex is, like, personalised to whenever it is, because it said that Beedrill is the evolved form of Weedle after Kakuna, and then it said Kakuna is a bit between Beedrill and Weedle. I know that's backwards. Anyway, so Ash finds Metapod. He's trying to call to Metapod. All the Kakuna evolve into Beedrill. They all run away, and the samurai is rude to Ash again. He's saying how Ash abandoned Metapod when Metapod ran away, which I don't agree with that. I don't like how especially in really early episodes, everyone is pretty rude to Ash, not very nice to him at all. When the kid's 10 years old and literally just starting to learn independence and how to train Pokemon, he's not going to know everything. So anyway, they leave and Ash finds Metapod. He tried to sort Metapod out. He's just like, I didn't abandon you, blah 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 blah. He then blames himself, and also they interrupt Team Rocket's motto, which Jessie gets annoyed at. but then the Team Rocket motto is interrupted quite a lot after this. So, anyway, Metapod evolves into Butterfree, and Butterfree uses sleep powder on all the Beedrill. So, all the Beedrill have now gone to sleep, and the Samurai is just like, hey, I know this makes me look like a massive hypocrite, but you're actually a really good trainer because you use sleep powder with your Butterfree straight after your Butterfree evolved. So that makes you an amazing trainer, apparently. And yeah, that's basically how the episode ends. I like to think that this is more my normal style that I did in my first two videos, because the third one I wasn't really feeling in a filming mood, but yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to get more into it.
Pause recording.
So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you next time.